Springtime, March till May. What a glorious time of the year. The dogwoods blooming, the greening of grass, the beginning of new life. Over the last 9 years for the Drury Outdoors team, March till May has become one of the most special times of the year. From the first gobble of spring to the last shot fired in May, March till May has resulted in some of their fondest memories spent afield with friends and family. Webster defines March till May as the 3 months of spring, but to many it means one thing and one thing only: turkey season. Come along as the Drury Outdoors team takes you across the country for the most outstanding March till May they have ever experienced.
Hello, I'm Mark Drury, and I thank you for choosing one of our productions. Here at Drury Outdoors, we have a saying that has proven itself true time and time again. A hunter is only as good as their spot. Fortunately, we have been able to hunt in some of the most awesome turkey woods in the country. These areas have been and will always be the #1 factor gauging the overall success of our productions. March till May is a tribute to these spots, the guide services, and landowners who have so generously allowed us to hunt and film year after year. March till May, springtime, turkey season, truly our favorite time of the year.
The opening of the '96 spring turkey season found the Drury Outdoor team at Boggy Plantation, which lies in the low country of Estill, South Carolina. Boggy Plantation is known to most across the country as primarily a whitetail operation. But the Drury Outdoors team soon found out that the 3,500 acres that comprises Boggy also holds a tremendous number of eastern wild turkeys as well. Our first 2 hunts find outdoor writers Jim Cassida and Terry Madewell, along with Mark Drury, as they try their hands on these Boggy Plantation Easterns.
March 15th, opening day in Low Country, South Carolina. Here we are at beautiful Boggy Plantation just outside of Estill. One of the earliest places anywhere in the country where you can hear a gobbling turkey. In fact, outside of Florida, I think it is the earliest opening. A beautiful spring morning. Come in at dawn, listen, nothing. Move, continue to listen, nothing. Finally, get a turkey in the great distance to gobble, and from that point on, it was a classic situation of where patience and persistence can pay off for you. Turkeys got fired up for a brief time. In fact, they particularly answered the illuminator every time it was hit hard. Turkey would gobble. But then they sort of wandered off parallel to us. But when they did that, we were able to make a move. Came on down a ditch line, sneaking through some mud, set up again. Got the turkeys to gobble again, this time at a great distance. In fact, just about out of hearing, and it was seemingly desperation time. But wasn't much to do. We were close to the property line except to call, and as fate would have it, they turned around, gradually began to work their way back. Real uncertain. There was a lot of noise, some fighting, aggressive purrs, flogging. I thought it might be a group of jakes. But then, as they got closer, gobbling became more intense. They really got fired up on the illuminator, and pretty clearly, you got some long rolling gobbles. It was mature birds, and once they made their move, they came right on in. Came down a fire break, strutting as they coming, gobbling good, and at 20 yards, one provided the opportunity for a shot, and the Remington did the job.
I see Dr. Jim coming. By golly, you got one. Congratulations, Dr. Jim.
Thank you, Jimmy. As you know, I always take great pleasure in coming down to Boggy Plantation, and when I can top it off with a South Carolina low country turkey like this, I'm obviously delighted. It was a classic hunt, truly classic. Beautiful morning, beautiful bird. What more could I ask for? Interesting thing, though, is that Boggy's known for his deer hunting, not his turkey hunting. And tell me a little bit about what you do. Your deer operation is really the main thrust of what you are doing here.
Dr. Jim, we, as you know, we're primarily a deer hunting operation. We're in the lower part of South Carolina, private land. Our deer season opens August 15th and runs all the way through to January 1st. We have a 4.5-month season. We hunt 7 days a week. We primarily cater to folks who are not interested in a lot of frills. We have good quality hunt for a very quality price. Our season again is 4.5 months. We can shoot bucks only in August and September, and then in October, November, December we have an either sex program. We harvest 2 deer a day and 1 hog a day. That's our limit. Last year we had 167 hunters. We harvested 151 deer and 33 wild hogs.
That's really impressive, that number. You've done very well, obviously. That's almost 100%. It's more than 100%
Yep.
if you count the hogs. What explains that? I guess it's just because South Carolina's got a lot of deer, and clearly you're trying to offer something where someone has a chance to come down, see a lot of animals, not necessarily trophy. This is a operation that puts an emphasis on having a good time, an opportunity to take a deer, maybe a couple of deer a day, like you say. What does this cost, this kind of hunt?
It costs $200 a day, and I feel like it's a very good price for what we offer.
Right. Well, there's no question about that. It's a bargain kind of hunt, and based on my turkey hunt and the kind of companionship and camaraderie you offered me, I think anyone would be delighted with a stay and a chance to spend some time in the wonderful fields and woods at Botany.
Thank you, Jim.
needs a definition of low country, this is it.
This is the low country.
Yeah.
You talk about boggy, you know, we're in a bog.
Now we know why they call it boggy plantation.
Absolutely.
Good night.
But man, what a morning for turkeys.
How about that, Terry?
Fantastic, my friend. Woo! I tell you.
Gobbling everywhere.
I had 4 gobbling at once. Watch this guy.
Started with one, and
that poor
the
guy
eliminator got him going in every direction.
Had them all cranked. They were literally 4 of them converging on this place at one time.
I don't recall having ever seen a turkey that wet before.
Yeah. Well,
he had little choice. I mean,
when
there's water everywhere.
when the signal came to shoot, he was standing in a puddle of water.
Right.
What are we going to do?
Way to
Ah,
go,
man.
Terry.
Thank you. Great hunt.
Good way to begin a season, for sure.
Man, I tell you, you talk about pumped up. We get in here before daylight. We roost the bird yesterday
Last night.
evening. Knew right where he was. Well, we might have misjudged at 10 yards. We got
we were pretty close to him.
But I
I
could
know
see
that.
him. We heard him on the limb drumming. And the first time he gobbled, I saw movement. Then after that, I watched him on the limb for 15 or 20 minutes, just strutting, wearing that limb out. Absolutely wonderful. Watched him fly down.
And he flew down. Then he started gobbling his brains out. And then this turkey actually came from quite a distance away,
Mm-hmm.
and he was hitting the call all the way in.
Yeah, as were a couple others.
As were a couple others. I mean, before it was over with, there was 4 different
Yeah,
turkeys
there was
gobbling
another
at
turkey up
the
the
Super
swamp,
Illuminator.
and
Right.
one further behind than this one, and the one that we had started with on the limb at daylight.
Yeah.
You made a good point. There was one time in there where I switched from the Super Illuminator to a mouth call, and not a turkey would hit it.
Suddenly
Right.
silence.
Suddenly silence.
Yeah.
I said, enough of that. I'm going back to
Let's
this.
go back to plan A.
There's
Yeah.
something about that high pitch that once they tune into it, they key
Yeah.
into it and they lock in, and that's all they want to hear.
Yeah.
Well, the pretty good indication of that, you've got 4 birds gobbling about every time you call on the Illuminator. You go to that mouth call, you hit it, 3 series of yelps, and it was almost as if all 4 turkeys had been spooked.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm sitting there thinking, Mark, go back to
Yeah.
what works.
It's really a no-brainer, you know, go back to the Illuminator. But it worked, and when he came, of course he came from a long distance, he never did hang up. He was coming strong. Just
Gotta love it.
boogie, 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 boogie.
Good job,
I
man.
tell you, man.
Again,
Gotta enjoy it.
congratulations
Thank you.
all the way around.
Yo,
What a way to start
2
the
for 2 so
1996
far.
season.
No question about that.
2 days,
Wonderful way to get things rolling in mid-March.
2
And
boggy birds.
Oh, it's good
Oh,
to get out
man.
of that swamp with the birds.
Glad to be back
in the
on the
bed.
ride
Yes,
ground.
sir.
Oh,
Way to
man.
go,
What a
Terry.
hunt.
Once more,
What a hunt.
congratulations.
Done like, yeah.
After the wonderful morning, down in the swamp.
The next stop of the season finds world champion caller Steve Stoltz and his good friend Rod Gillis as they team up against the elusive Osceolas of Florida. Joining them on this hunt is guide and outfitter Zach Morgan of the Bud Adams Ranch. The Bud Adams Ranch is approximately 20,000 acres of prime Osceola habitat located in Kenansville, Florida. What you're about to see is truly Osceola turkey hunting at its very best.
Backup man.
I'm gonna tell you what. Oh, I'll tell you what. If it wasn't for these feather flecks and that high pitched call, you know, I switched it when the key to the whole thing. Last night, Zach, you told me to come here and roost in this area,
Right.
and I
Boy.
I was probably 200 yards over across the ditch, and I couldn't cross that deep ditch, so I couldn't get. And the key to locating, and I want to make this point, the key to locating turkeys and locating them properly is pinpoint exactly what tree the turkey's in. And I had an idea within 50 to 60 yards of what tree this turkey was in, but I didn't know exactly what tree he was in. And when we got set up this morning, when we came in under the cover of darkness, we slipped in, and we were actually, this turkey was in our hip pocket. I mean, I bet he wasn't 60 yards behind us up here in these trees.
Oh.
Just gobbling, and the other three turkeys down further were gobbling. And when they flew out, a turkey hunter has to realize this, and that's why we're so high on these high frequency calls, is when these turkeys come out of the limbs and they come out and they hit the ground and they bunch up, they're tough to get to move, they're tough to get to go anywhere, and usually they want to go the other way because they got their own little pecking order in their little group. And those turkeys, I finally start laying that high ball, a little call we call high ball on them, and I guess at high frequency and that high pitch cutting just turned them. They just all started coming, and this big boy, he didn't want that other group of gobblers to get to these decoys first. It was incredible. And if it wasn't for my lousy shooting, thank God, Rod, you put the hurt on this turkey, because I missed this turkey twice.
I was scared. I thought he was going to get away.
And it wasn't the gun, I promise you.
This turkey's got 4 beards, and he's got some needles on him that this bird's going to be mounted and put in my office.
I'm going to tell you.
No question.
And Zach, thanks for letting us come down to Bud Adams Ranch.
I'm glad y'all could make it.
Thanks for having us down.
Thank you very much.
I want to tell you,
pleasure.
there's no place in the country that's got more Osceolas than this place.
You said a mouthful there.
Let's get them out of here.
All right. Great job.
There we go.
All right, see ya. There we go.
The last week in March finds the Drury Outdoors team at Bent Creek Lodge in Jackson, Alabama. Bent Creek's 40,000 acres is owned and operated by Leo Allen and Johnny Lanier. Working together, they have built Bent Creek into one of the premier turkey and deer hunting spots in the South. The next 2 hunts, first with Bent Creek's own Johnny Lanier and Jason Armstead, and then with outdoor writer Jerry Bethke, are proof positive of what Bent Creek has to offer.
Tell you what, let's get out of this field, go around the field, and try to keep him in the woods. I believe we can kill him. Jason, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm glad you finally got one this year. And I thought this morning when it first started, it was going to be another regular old bad, screwed up day, you know, but everything turned out good this morning. It was so cold to begin with.
We had a fair frost this morning.
Yeah, I was wanting to go back home and go to bed.
I was too when I got up.
Yeah. But when we ran that one off with the truck and came around here to this field, we didn't see anything. I figured that was about it for us, and hit that high pitch illuminator, and turkey just had to gobble
Yeah.
at it.
He was a long ways out there, but that high pitch, I reckon, it got him excited.
Yeah, and I didn't know whether that turkey was going in the field, or, of course, I'd rather kill one in the woods
any day.
Yeah, and
Of course, we was on that side of the field, and the turkey was on the other side, and when he hit that, well, he started straight to us over there. Well, we done moved, and he just followed us all the way around the field, kind of.
yeah. Should have just walked on back to the lodge or to the truck and killed him down there.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't have to tell
care.
him. Yeah. Of course, then we sat down, and there's a branch right over here beside us, and I didn't think he was going to cross the branch, but shoot, he came right on across it. It didn't bother him a bit.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed it. It was kind of quick, but it was better than we've been there.
I guarantee you.
Well, let's go to the lodge.
All right.
gobble too terrible much till he got to, till after he pitched it off a little bit, and he gobbled pretty good then. Come right to the edge of the field down there. I could see him down there about 50 yards. But he took his time before he stepped into the field.
What do you think about these old Big Creek turkeys?
Boy, I tell you what. That was just a fine morning hunt. On a cold morning, it'll warm you up pretty quick, huh?
You know, we roosted him, had a pretty exciting time roosting him.
Yes, sir.
Back and got him, gobbled a couple times.
He was the same place. I'm glad we got past him last night before they didn't spook him out of that tree.
You know, Mark got up to him a couple times, flew down, come right on to us.
It was textbook. It don't get any better than that.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, David. That's a fine bird.
Well, I believe we got time to go find us another one now.
Good. Out of that, I'll get a cup of coffee, huh?
Yeah.
Good deal. Thank you, David.
Right.
I've never seen in my life, but Mr. Blue did so well that turkey never did see us when we stepped out to that field.
As the Drury Outdoors team followed spring northward, their next destination is the hill country of southeast Kansas, which is home to the renowned Shadow Oaks Ranch. This 40,000 acres operation is truly unique in that it offers hunters the opportunity to harvest both eastern and Rio Grande turkeys. Here they join Field and Stream staff writer Jerry Robinson as they soon realize that Kansas grows more than just monster whitetails.
look at this. That must be a 23-pound bird. Oh. Well, what a morning.
Pike County, Illinois, home to Heartland Lodge, is the next stop of the year. Heartland's intense management program on their 11,000 acres of private land has proved positive results for eastern wild turkeys. When you combine the finest facilities in the country with an abundance of game, it's clearly seen why Heartland is the finest the Midwest has to offer. This stop finds us first joining Terry Drury with outdoor writer Chris Dorsey. And then you'll see champion caller Mark Scroggins as he gives these Heartland gobblers a run for their money.
Budget, he's still in the same spot. He's not moving. I think we're dealing with an old bird here. I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to move back and do a little bit of float calling. If you want to stay right here, I'm going to move on back up the other way. All right.
That was slick.
Good job, buddy.
Way to go.
Good job. Nice bird. Nice bird. Come on over here, Chris.
Boy, you hit him right, I tell you.
Got him. Good job. Oh, baby. Wow, great spurs. That is a nice bird.
Yeah, he's dynamite.
My guess is he's 3-year-old. He's a good bird, good heavy
like
bird. Sharp, razor sharp. Let's get our orange out and head back to the truck, Chris. Get him checked in.
Tell you what, can you grab the gun?
Yeah, I'll carry it for you.
about the sun come out. Partly, buddy. Last week of the season here. You talk about not two turkeys, buddy. It's been cloudy all morning long, and the sun popped out, and there these turkeys gobbling everywhere. What a bird. What a bird. Good beard. Just a pretty good bird, about a 3-year-old. But buddy, I ain't never heard so many easterns. When the sun come out, they lit it up everywhere. What a day. It's the first week in May. About to wind all my hunting season down. What a way to finish. Whew. He was right there in that corner. That sun finally come out, and they lit it up.
Was he heading out to feed?
He was over in that far corner where you said they were staying down in that timber. We were working along there. I struck him with a super illuminator. There he comes.
All right.
Right here, buddy. Whew, y'all got the turkey.
Congratulations.
It was slow this morning, but
I bet.
that sun kind of popped through. It's even gone now a little bit. But it popped through for a second, and they just, wow,
They were
just fired
hammered.
up. He got a good beard on him, too.
Well, let's lay him up here where we can look at him.
He may be the heaviest turkey I ever killed.
Boy, he's got a big old head on him.
He was close to. He wasn't about 15 yards or something. I hit him, first time I hit super illuminated, he didn't do it. Hit him again, there he was. And then another one fired, and he couldn't take it no more.
Did he come in gobbling?
Yeah, and then he was spitting and drumming the whole way. I could hear him, so.
That's good.
Unreal.
Boy, he's got some nice fur.
He's probably a 3-year-old turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, he was strutting the whole time through there. But he was right there. You kept saying you'd seen him there, so I kept easing real slow because they weren't gobbling.
Right.
Good. Sun come out, and there he was. So I appreciate it. Y'all got the birds.
All right.
When the sun come out, they were just everywhere. I didn't know which way to go almost. So, well, let's take him to the house.
Yeah.
Get something to eat. Oh, that's good. What a day.
Next, we find the Drury Outdoors team trekking farther north en route to the Omaha Indian Reservation, located in Thurston County, Nebraska. The Omaha Indian Reservation offers a limited number of hunts each spring as they manage their acres for trophy toms. The Drury Outdoors team found it to be a privilege and an honor to be able to hunt this Merriam's hotspot. Although not captured on film, the Drury Outdoors team, along with outdoor writer Michael Handback and Bryce Towsley, were able to harvest 3 birds in just 3 days.
Man, what a bird, huh, Mike? What a place to come and hunt. Thank you so much for having us up.
You're welcome.
Oh, your turkey flock is really coming on. Tell us a little bit about your turkey program as far as what you guys have done the last few years to get the population to the state it is right now.
Okay, beginning in 1983, we stocked Merriam turkeys, and we started off with 33 birds, and we've got a flock over 500 now.
Oh my, bunch of them.
Yeah.
And I believe this is about as far east as you can go and still get into Merriam turkeys. And it's rare because it's in the hardwoods here, which is really rare for Merriam birds as far as overall terrain.
Well, through studies and so forth, they found out that Merriams do well where areas are somewhat saturated with red cedar, and we got plenty of red cedar around here and acorns for them to feed on.
I see. How long is your season each year, and generally when does it come in?
We've been running it for the last 3 years, the third weekend in April through Mother's Day. And this will be the last year for that lengthy season. Next year it'll start the second week in April and run for 2 weeks.
2-week season total?
Yeah.
And you allow how many hunters?
This year we went 30 tags.
And acreage all total?
Prime hunting area, probably around 6,500 acres of hardwood timber.
So there's really no pressure at all when you get right down to it.
No.
That's good, and it's unique, like I say, to find Merriam's in this type of country. Like I say, I appreciate you having us out. Thank you
bet.
very much, and hopefully we can send you some people. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Our last stop of the year finds the Drury Outdoors team in the North Country of Minnesota and Wisconsin. Here, Mark and Tad are hunting with Ron Gerke and Scott Bestel, who own and operate the newly formed Upper Mississippi River Adventure. Although this North Country is not famous for its turkey hunting, Mark and Tad soon realized that this area holds as good an eastern turkey population as they've seen anywhere in the country.
He'll walk into that field and he'll gobble up.
Steve, but we gotta get in the scene with
I'll follow you.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Rod. What's up? What's up, dude? What a hunt. Awesome. Oh, boy. Woo. Outstanding. Oh, wasn't he pretty when he come up on that log? Oh, he was down in that brush for so long, and he finally jumped up on that log. And do you know my gun misfired? Is that what that click was? Did you hear the click?
That.
I thought it clicked. And I just started calling at him, and I eased it back and eased it forward, and he raised his head, and he was still there. Thank you very much, Scott.
Well, Mark, after yesterday's miss, you had me a little bit worried about this Minnesota hunt.
Oh, you thought you were worried. I was really worried. I just shot too far yesterday at that bird. And then today, I'll be doggone, after he took so long to come down the hill and through the brush, and you're just catching glimpses of him through this, it's kind of some thick undergrowth on the side of this field here. And then he got up there and he got on top of that log where I could see him real good, and I thought, now's the time to, you know, take the shot. And click, I guess I didn't have my bolt all the way forward in the gun. And then I had to pull the receiver back and jam it forward again before I could shoot.
Well, I couldn't imagine what it was. Click, and it just echoed. What the heck was that? Boom!
You were wondering why I was calling. I was calling to try and cover the movement just a little bit.
It was good thinking on your
part.
part.
He was up on that log, and that sun was beating on him.
Oh.
I thought, man, oh man, I'm just...
Look at the size of the tail on this guy.
Beautiful bird. That is an absolute beauty. Yeah.
I tell you what, the toughest thing about these hills out here, and you can see it by the terrain, it's just a tough time getting on these birds. It's so steep, and you may be able to hear the turkey, but that doesn't mean you can get right on him. And this was a sure case of that, because we had a heck of a time getting on him.
Mileage.
Yes, it really was, because he was across the ravine, and it took a while to get over here to him, but boy, it was well worth the walk.
As we found out, it's tough, even hearing a gobble, being able to pinpoint that bird's exact location and being able to set up properly. It gets to be a real tricky deal. But
awesome. I sure appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ron. Thank you very much, Scott. It was my pleasure.
You did
it.
I've always wanted to come up here, especially after Ron told me last year that there was birds up here in this part of Minnesota, and it's fun. It was awesome.
Well,
excellent.
maybe you'll be back then.
Maybe so.
Gorgeous bird.
Beauty.
Let's get him out of here.
All right.
What do you think? Well, they were fired up. They won't drop up. And we had a bear trying to get on the backside of the hill and get on their same level down here. They were eating your calling up, you know, back behind us there. It sounded like two hens, one close and one behind. They were eating that up.
He was really gobbling,
but this is so thick. I mean, I don't know. He sounded like he was right here, but I don't think he wants to come through that. So let's go around this thing and drop down below, get on his level, and try him again. You know, get with him, see what happens.
Ron, buddy, thanks for the hunt.
You betcha, Ted.
That is the most beautiful turkey that I've ever called in. I've seen pictures of turkeys like this. I guess
it's my first shoot. I've never seen it.
I guess this
really
is what I think this is what they call a bronze turkey. I don't know what you call it. It's a color mutation of some sort. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with the turkey the way he gobbled and stuff. And
he had a full bore one on him.
Man, it is a beautiful turkey. I've never seen anything like it. But when he come in strutting, I didn't see the color variation until after I went to pick him up. And I couldn't believe it. I was
You
like,
kind of stood there stunned.
I was like, what have I got here? Man, he's beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful
he is.
turkey.
Even the normal gobbler black feathers are all
Right.
just bronze tipped.
I think it was a smart move when those birds were gobbling down the hill that we dropped down and got on their level. As steep as these hills are, I don't know, it's like there's little shells or
There's a lot of
spaces
levels
that
in it, you know.
right, right. And we got on his level and he come rather a long distance quick, right.
Yeah. He sure responded to the
But
calls.
that
that's
son
for
of a
sure.
gun, I don't know, he's pretty. He's
It is,
pretty.
isn't it? The white even goes into his tail feathers.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, you know, it
And
ain't-
these
it's one
feathers in his neck, I mean, they look like a guinea with brown
Yeah.
in them or something. I've never seen anything like it. He is.
Well, he's got white spurs. You know
Yeah,
what I mean,
his
right,
spurs
right
are
down to
light.
right down to the feet.
I've seen the light spurs, but the rest of this is, I don't know.
And he's a big bird.
Right.
Figured what, 22, 23 pounds? Probably, inch
Yeah,
to ride.
I think he's probably a 2-year-old turkey, and I don't know, he feels like he probably weighs 22 pounds or so. He's a nice turkey. Give us a real nice hunt.
My jaw dropped. It really did when I walked. Seen this thing laying there like.
Well, maybe we can do it again next year.
You
bud.
betcha. Awesome.
Look at that, Ron. Them turkeys went out of their way. They were coming up the road, this beautiful logging road. We struck them from back there in the field with the super illuminator. Coming up a beautiful logging road. God, look at the beard on that turkey.
Wet from dragging on the ground.
And they went out of their way to get off the road and circle way around and come down
up through that thicket. We couldn't even walk to it.
Oh,
I just can't get over the head and the wattles on it.
look at the nice beard on that turkey. I think that beard's 11 inches long.
Oh yeah, you bet.
2-year-old turkey, but white spurs.
White spurs,
Those
just
are kind of
pure white.
Thank you very much,
Hey,
man.
you
I
bet.
really
That was
enjoyed it.
awesome. They were gobbling good there, dude.
Thanks for the calling, man. We got them going, and I called to them a little bit, and they were coming good, and then you took over from back there, and whenever you put that...
Were they coming up over to see where I was at?
They were coming
over there?
They were coming to the field, right towards where you were calling back here. But he stepped out, and whenever I had to turn, when they quit coming down the logging road and turned into the brush, I lost my backing, and I was just sitting there. And I thought, I'm going to have to shoot him as soon as I can. And as soon as he come up, he kind of got a little nervous, you know?
Funny even see
and there was a bunch of twigs, and I had to wait till he got just perfect, and then I could kill him. So that was...
You're right, though, boy. That is one... Look how coarse they are.
Excellent.
That is a heck of a turkey.
Thank you, buddy. I really
You
enjoyed
bet.
it. That was fun.
about that, Ron?
Excellent. Excellent. Where are you pumping?
I couldn't even pull the trigger on it.
Huh?
Oh, when you see him stop there, he was right, that tree was right there.
Boy, what a turkey, huh?
That's a heavy sucker, ain't it?
Nice bird.
That's a beautiful turkey.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. Boy, that illuminator, he just climbed all over
Oh,
that
he
thing.
was hammering. That was an excellent, excellent hunt right there. What a gorgeous.
Look at the spurs on that thing, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Nice turkey. Nice turkey. I tell you what, sometimes, you know, when they're not gobbling early, you sit back and you think, what's going on here? And that's what we thought up on that hill.
It was quiet.
It was quiet. And I told you, I said, when all else fails, call.
Yeah.
And I hit that illuminator, what? I probably called for a minute up there, just and finally, a few minutes went by, and the turkey started gobbling. And this was him.
He was hot.
He was a little bit
That's
hot.
the hottest turkey I've seen this year.
Yeah, he was hot.
Off the roost and in. I mean, it was just that quick.
Excellent, excellent hunt.
You're right, though, being patient, sitting on that rock and waiting for the gobble. That was the key instead of just moving down into where we thought they were.
Oh, let's look at that beard. Ooh, pop in him. How long's that beard, Ron?
He's got to be
10 inches anyway.
10 inches anyhow.
He come in full display right down that road. Come out there, and he was eating it up, buddy.
Oh, man. Thanks, pal.
Congratulations.
Woohoo! That is a nice turkey. That is the nicest, one of the nicest spirited turkeys I've ever killed.
What time is it? Ooh, early yet. Almost 6 o'clock.
Why? I ain't even kind of set for breakfast yet. Look at that spur, big old white spur on it.
Let's head on back here and get up this hill.
Oh, get back here and grab my gun.
Glad to be back on the ground.
Oh, man. Go, one of them.